get your whole fam wiped out. For my fam, get your whole universe destroyed. Take your face off, cast Detroit. I'm a disaster boy, extinction level asteroid. Impact and smash noise, born in the blackest void. He talk shit, he ain't know who he's facing. I cheese grade him, I get savage, that's the TNathan. No patience like they shut down the hospital. Wins against me, it's not possible, not probable. Man, it's all illogical. I've been sick, this shit is chronicle. Hands we hold them, cause face shows how we hold them. Y'all keep making noise trying to get noticed. Y'all can't see me, you got no focus. I show up, they disappear.
Hocus pocus.
For no respect, when your fours come to sweat. When I call on, already from 41 select. Target select, target acquisition. When them shells rain down, you look like a bad car collision. Come get it, come with it. I beat them into submission or play it safe and hit them from some distance. Long range, close range, whoever I deliver, shit you're gonna remember. I go for kill shots, not to injure. Man, these bars got no hold. Show them how to use the flow. Man, you can't move the flow. They stay pissed off, cause I'm pissed hard. I launch rocket raccoons down to lift off.
Hit them with my missile, blow they spaceship the fuck up, decapitate, Russian sick. Uh, ravish and rock rude, disrespectful nigga, hot the loopy, your pretty food. Shit. Far from a small fry, knuckle up two black guys from black guys. Listen, man.
Lay down.
Bust flames I don't miss. No game long range, turn your dome to red miss. People on TikTok face to face with rock talk shit, you get knocked out. Damn. Conservative static, sight picture bus rounds, hunting season, you silly rabbit, tricks you for kidding. Act bananas, I will kill you when I step across city blocks, Andy Brock, Godzilla. Face me, face to feet, get feet, hands and feet, turn your face to mince meat. Listen, yo, I'm not no hero. Forward, down, forward, high punch, grab spine, sub-zero. Can't forget about Robbie, have him run into the cops crying. Brock just robbed. Hey, pussy. Street fighter with black fist. KO uppercut, bitch nigga.
Yeah. You can. What's up? What's up? What's up? It's T Nathan, by the way, just in case you didn't know. And if you're tuned in the GCPR network, greetings, salutations. You can hear me, but not see me. And if you're watching me on the podcast across all my, well, technically not all, because of course I always run late, so I didn't get to start the Instagram, or X, but I will be getting on that. I will be getting on that. But on TikTok, on YouTube, on um, Twitch, yeah, you can catch me. You can catch me right now. Yeah, all my other social media accounts, you can see me right now. This is T Nathan, and you're tuned in to Conversations with T Nathan. Another week. Yeah, another week. I've been doing this since the 1st of July now. And today is the 29th? Yeah, yeah. What's up? I don't even know if I put the right date on today's show. Yeah, I don't know. I'll fix it afterwards. I'll fix it afterwards. How are you all doing tonight? Hope everybody is all right. Hope you had a good weekend. Hope you're safe. Um, Before you call me out for being late, I'm not late. You're just early. Actually, I'm always late. Yeah. Yes, I can see your TikTok comments, but I can see your TikTok comments. I can see, let me move these over. Dun, dun, dun. Yes, that's TikTok comments just passing over. Let me get the other services in here. Comments in. I think the only thing I'm missing is my backup page comments. Yeah. All right. And I can get them in. Sure. I just don't know where I put them. Hold on. Give me a minute. Find comments. Yeah. Oh, there they go. There they go. Hold tight. Move these comments up here and minimize that screen. There we go. Back. Can y'all see me? Y'all see me? All right. All right. I got everybody's comments now. Declacked over there on the backup page. I see his comments. I see I see comments over here. I got comments on YouTube. Okay, and on Twitch. We're in. Everybody checked in. Once again, how y'all doing tonight? This is July the 29th? Today's the 29th? Monday. Yeah, first day of the week. First day of the week, you're tuned in to Conversations with TNathan. And I see I'm in trouble again. Well, you're not in trouble, D Clack. You're not in trouble. But I think the problem is, yeah, I have to, you stay over there, D Clack, and tell me if anything over there. I need to get you modded over there too, D Clack. I know you're modded on the main page, but you're not modded on the page you're on, but that's all right. So, we usually talk about social politics and injustice and all that thing here. And I want to talk about Sonia Massey's case again today because I'm tired of misinformation. Now, I've addressed misinformation before in this case, and I don't understand why you all keep going to the same people that have given you misinformation to get more misinformation on the case. All of my information is going to come from a verified source, and that verified source is going to be either Ben Crump's office or the Massey family or someone who actually lives in the area. Okay, let's put that out there. Olivia, where are you at? Are you changing pages too? What's up, Cam? What's up, everybody? Like I say, so first development. I'm going to play. I have some audio. Yeah, I posted the audio, but I have some audio of um, from the sheriff's department in Logan County, Illinois, where Grayson used to work, where Sean Grayson used to work before he became. And this audio is 20 months before the murder of Sonia Massey. And we're going to listen at this. And I just want to ask questions. And I'm sure if you're listening to me, you know about the Sonia Massey case. If you don't, you need to go look it up or go into any of my social media and look for it. But I have questions I want to have answered in the discussion about. And we're also going to talk about his fiance because this is not his wife. People are going out here making this information up, saying it's his wife. Isabella is not his wife. That is his fiance. And yeah, she didn't work at she doesn't work at a hospital either. She works at a clinic, and it's not the place where Sonia Massey drove herself to on the day before, on July the 5th, on the day before Sean Grayson murdered her. All right, so let's just go on and put that out there. Isabella works at a clinic on I believe the east side of Springfield, and yeah, well, so we're gonna clear up some misinformation, answer any questions you have that I can give you information on, and we're going to listen to first. I have this audio I'm going to play for you all, and this is between a Logan County Sheriff's Deputy and Sean Grayson 20 months prior to him murdering, because I don't say unalive, murdering Sonia Massey. Let's get it.
7 months on. Are you still employed, Lance? Sean? Do you understand what I am saying?
Yes, I do, sir.
And I've had this conversation with you before. We can't trust what you say, what you see. We can't have you in our uniform. I'm calling you on your integrity. How does that make you feel? Are you angry with me? Do you understand it?
Yes. I don't get angry with this because, one, I have no experience. Before I came here, I had no experience. Two, I wasn't allowed to do this right here. I was not allowed to review my videos.
This is termination. I'm getting goosebumps. This is extremely concerning. Nobody likes you. I gotta be able to trust you. What is this? This is lead done.
I full on I still believed I was on North Madison until you just pulled up Google Maps and showed me daytime.
This is gonna get deeper, because you're gonna have a hard time answering some questions here real quick.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was Sean Massey. Um, who was it on? Sean Massey, and that's the officer that murdered Sonia Massey. That's a that's Sean Grayson, and he's the officer that murdered Sonia Massey in Springfield, Illinois, on July the 6th. And that recording you just heard was from the sheriff's office in Logan. He was a part of the sheriff's department in Logan County, Illinois, and of course, that is an exchange between him and his supervisor. And then that exchange was caused because Sean Massey, God damn, because Sean Grayson had falsified information on a police report and got caught. He had falsified information on a police report and he got caught. So add to the interesting facts that a person who worked at 6 police departments in 4 years with 2 DUI convictions was somehow giving the keys to a car, a gun, and told to go out into the community and serve the community. Can you make it make sense? Anybody want to make that make sense? I've been asking this question ever since we started talking about this case. Ever since we talked about this case, how is it that you're able to have 2 convictions for DUI and still be a police officer? Not 1, 2 convictions for DUI and be a police officer. How is it that you have disciplinary reprimands and dismissals, because you heard that sergeant say that this was a termination conversation. So you get a termination conversation, and somehow, back to the main page, Olivia, somehow, Olivia, why don't you trade with DJ D Clax, because you have mod privileges over there and he doesn't, and he can come over here and mod, and you can go over there and mod. Is that all right, Clack? Is he still there? See if he's still over there. But yeah, how does make that make sense? Make anybody want to make that make sense? Because I'm not understanding it. I'm not understanding it. This is a tragedy that did not have to happen. This is a tragedy that did not have to happen. Point blank. There's no reason for this to have had to happen because he should not have been working for the Sangamon Sheriff's Department. The hospital is going by what they were told. It was initially reported self-inflicted. Yeah, we're going to get to that also because I'm going to play. I'm going to play the transcript, not transcript. I'm going to play the dispatch call first. I also have a dispatch call I want you all to hear, and this is going to be between dispatch and the department prior to. This exchange is going to be between the dispatch. Hold tight. Dun, dun, dun. Hold. Give me a moment. Pull it up. This is when the son was talking about he had been informed that it was self-inflicted. Well, how did you get to the self-inflicted? Because that's the way it went out on the air. That's the way it went out on the air. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. And then you have so much corrective information, and I have so many videos that I have to correct information on. Oh, on Sunday. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. While I look this up, I know when I left the white dudes for Trump, when I left their when I left from them, they had already raised like white dudes for Harris. When I left their Zoom call, they had already raised $3 million. So they had already made raised 3 million when I left the Zoom call, and that was great. That was great. All right, come on.
A few days ago, I made a video that Benjamin is the. I have reached out.
Did y'all hear that? They're at 3.4 million now. Good, good to know. Good to know. Declac, are you here? Are you in the right place now? Yeah, it's good to know that it's at 3 million. I am overjoyed. Like I say, it was at three. It's at 3 point. All right, you're in the right place now, Clack. You are at over 3 million now, and that is great. That is great. They really showed out. They showed out because I was going to talk about them. I was going to talk about them if they didn't show out. So they showed out, and they were running. And Roy Cooper was over there when I left. Governor of North Carolina, he had made an appearance, and I really don't want to play this one, but I guess I will play that one too, because that's an exchange on landline. That's a landline exchange also. So let's start with this landline exchange. Hold on. Okay, this is a landline exchange between the supervisor. Can y'all hear it? It's too low. All right. Let me see if I can. Let me find a place where it's louder. Let me see if I can get a louder play for you. Give me just a moment while I turn this up. But this is going to be the audio. Sonia Massey. Like I say, and it's the disturbing part in it, if you haven't heard it yet. It's the disturbing part. All right, this is going to be from June 6th. Where's the full audio? Let me see. And it gives you a breakdown of when the audio was taken. It's going to give you a breakdown, and I'm going to have to read the breakdown off to you all since I can't pull it up that way. I don't like pulling up stuff that only you all can hear and people in the cannot hear. Wow. I'm, it's been removed. It has been removed. Like technical difficulties. It's not technical difficulties. Yeah, it's technical difficulties. But anyway, I'm going to look for it while we talk. If plus, if you have any questions about anything I have posted or I'm saying about this situation, I'm prepared to answer those while I get this audio for you all. But it's the idea of how dispatch was talking about Sonia Massey's case and where we got the idea. Oh, hold tight. I think. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun. While we do that, I want to play because I want you to hear this part where he talks about, where her son talks about some evidence. And her son talks about in this press conference, those people were asking where did they get the news idea, and it's from this.
Only get louder.
Can y'all hear that?
You know, you went to have.
My wife was talking last night about daughter and my nephew had to go in the house
Okay.
and clean up blood. And
Hold tight.
that just hurts me to see my family hurt. And after what Attorney Crump had talked about the autopsy,
And
I'm in another household.
Share what you on your heart. No,
I want you to listen to her son.
share what you on your heart.
This is,
Well, you know that they told me that my mom.
and we want to
you know,
address
she
some
got
misinformation
shot in her
that
eye
people
and
running
came
with.
out her neck or whatever. And I don't know, like I haven't been able to sleep for real. The only time I really feel comfortable sleeping is when I'm like just on the floor. I can't even sleep in my bed. Like I don't know, like this is just I really don't have words. Like I've been said, I don't have words for real for this. But the first night I don't go to my mother's house, this happens. How? Why? And I wonder if I was there, if he would have did anything to me. I don't know. For real. That's all I can say. She lives with her father. I live with my father now.
And I will say this, up until just a few weeks, Malachi and Summer was staying with their mother. She was having mental illnesses, and they made the decision it was best that they stay with their father while she seeks help. And but both of them were going every day to check on their mother, be with their mother. And the first time I talked to Malachi, he was so distraught because he said, because I was working, this was the first day I didn't get to her, and this happens. And then the only other thing, Malachi, you may want to tell them is you think law enforcement came there earlier that day.
Okay, it was an incident that happened earlier that day, and I talked to two officers or whatever, and I believe that it's the same officer that shot my mother. I talked to his partner first, then the second officer, that's the one that I think the one that did that. I talked to them, and they told me that because she was driving herself to the hospital or something. She wasn't even at the house when this was going on, but she was driving herself to the hospital. They told me that they were going to go there to help her, and then this happens.
So she was seeking help because she was trying to get help. And
So listen to what he said, right? I know a lot of people like will run with things people say and not listen to what he said. He specifically said he thinks, he specifically said he thinks that to be the case. And that's where this information and people are running with it and running into brick walls. I don't know why. I don't. But here's the audio. This is dispatch. I believe I have it louder now. You might can hear it. Let's see. Tell me if you can hear it now. We'll go into this. And this is going to be the dispatchers talking after, from the time when they reported until later. And then you all tell me what you all hear. I'll pay attention. All right, let's get it. Can you hear it?
Guys, Artlist have just released a voiceover
You can hear
feature,
that
which
though,
is
right?
the best AI voiceover for video creators.
In the heart of the Amazon.
Oh my god.
You can hear that. So we're gonna have to put it up on the screen also. Hold tight. We're gonna have to put this one on the screen. Dun dun dun. The audio is very. Hold on, I have to put it on the screen. I was trying to make sure we could all listen to it, but obviously, we're gonna have to do it this way.
SG 318, 319, just 43. When you're clear that, I'm going to have you both stacked to a prowler. Caller hears noises outside the house. Wouldn't answer questions. Hung up on us. 19, I'm en route. 18 en route. 7. 18 and 19, 23. 18, 19, 7. 19 from 18, let's not. Can't get contact with it. 7.
This is the dispatch, and you see the time. It said 1:10.
319. You want to try and call her 17 back here and let her know we're out front.
So this is the part when they call in the video, when they're knocking on the door, and dispatches the calls inside.
Hitting no answer on callback, going to a voicemail with no name. I hear her phone ringing, and she's squeezing some of the doors, so we're about to go check it.
You hear the phone ringing. They can. This is like I say. If you've seen the video, you can.
318, 319. 43 now. We're getting an open line on 911 from a 911 only cell phone. It's not the call that she originally called from, and all we can hear is some sort of wrestling around. Yeah, she was yelling inside. She told us to hold on. 19, I got a 20 foot. Go ahead. You can hang on. 318, are you out with her?
Right. So this is the part when they told her she could hang up, and she didn't want to hang up. Remember that. But dispatch was happy to get off the phone.
Gentlemen's close, units out, and you can start. Headshot wounded female. 1078. And you can start 2868 Hoover, 2868 Hoover. Units on scene are 1078, shots fired.
After she's been shot, and other units are coming in. And I also learned that.
You can start for 2868 Hoover, 1018, use 10-0 for shots fired. Teammates can be around.
Units en route included Springfield, Illinois police, because this was originally, you understand, Springfield, Illinois police are also en route.
84% forever. Restriction on.
669, 10-4.
Where's that out?
695, 2678 Hoover, 2678 Hoover.
678 Hoover.
Oh.
10-4.
302 on the route. Sure. From ahead. Copy that. Adam 03, once we get some suspect information or vehicle information, that's the stuff we need to start working on to help them out.
I don't understand what 7303 had to do with this. 73, I just
703,
found out. 703 is a burning car. And I don't understand what that had to do with them needing information on to help them out with this case. Because her car was not burning. But 703, I've learned on the dispatch channel is a burning car.
1942.
1910-4.
Where's swing lot? Just confirm self-inflicted.
Go, self-inflicted.
2 on out.
So it went out over the radio that it was self-inflicted.
Self-inflicted.
There you go again.
Units en route to Hoover, slow down and continue. Units en route to 2868 Hoover, slow down and continue. 10 more units route to Hoover, continue to slow down.
I don't know why they told them to slow down.
EMS coming 1018. All units have been advised to slow down except for EMS, who is coming 1018. 43, team is going to be coming 1018. Make sure you're clear of the roadway to the scene. Right. Secure now.
695, 10-4.
On Monday, 23.
And 23, they went off air and talked on the telephone. They went off air to talk on the telephone.
16-1 arrives, clear now.
16-1, 10-4.
I think we're good out here. We don't need anything else. 10-4, any units are out to Hoover that are not 10-6-23, disregard and advise.
They didn't need, the road is narrow.
On full investigation, this will be en route, and they are contacting their CSI as well.
Yeah, I don't.
And I'm 23 on Hoover.
Sure.
All right, so that was the audio of the dispatch. So don't know. I still don't understand.
That's why channeling works.
That's why channeling doesn't work. I don't understand what dispatch was talking about 703 in connection with information on that scene. And I also looked, that was the only thing they were talking about on the radio at the time. I thought maybe it was some overlap, but there was no overlap. Everything on the radio at that time period, with that rundown, all the units were on scene or headed to that scene. So I don't know. And then they went private, but they want to hear. Right? Was a disciplinary. And like I said, that's where the self-inflicted came from at first. Even when we watched the video of that transaction, the car should have never been an issue, and I don't understand. It's not an issue. That's the whole thing. It should have. It was never an issue. She said what she said when they got in there about it, and it wasn't. That wasn't what she was calling about. So I don't understand how a burning car information needed to help anybody out in that situation. And understand that information. Greetings and salutations to everybody saying hi. I'm not ignoring you all. I'm on the radio too. So I'm trying to keep everybody informed on both ends, and it'll be like, hi, Doc. And they'll be like, who's Doc? But I'm not ignoring you. I appreciate it also. But I am reading comments that have anything to comments to do with the questions we're talking about when it comes to the Sonia Massey case. Also, like I say, want to clarify some information that Isabella Butterfield, who would be Sean Grayson's fiance, not his wife. Anybody, let me tell you, if you all are listening to anybody and they're starting off the conversation talking about his wife was at the hospital and had a run-in with Sonya Massey and they set this up, stop listening to them first because number one, she's not his wife. She's his fiance. They're due to be married in October. They're not husband and wife. That's his fiance, and they're due to be married in October. And she is LPN. She's a licensed practical nurse. All right. So stop that. Just stop that. Plus, she does not work at the hospital. She does not work at the hospital that Sonya Massey drove herself to the day before on July the 5th. That was a Friday. On that Friday, she drove herself to the hospital. And she drove herself to the hospital. Her son said, now we're going off her son, when her son doesn't know if the officer that was involved in the shooting was the same officer he spoke to the day before. But that's where we get that conjecture from. But there is no evidence that Sonya Massey came into contact with Isabella at the hospital because Isabella works at a clinic and not the hospital that Sonya Massey went to. So when you all see people spreading misinformation that hurts the case and doesn't help the case, check them. Because if anybody's not willing to tell you the source of some information they put out, which is the sources are very easy. Either you're connected, like I am, to certain people that actually have direct information of the case, or you can go to Ben Crump's page. Yeah. You can do like I do and watch every interview, every statement, every press conference that the family is involved in. Just like people were running with the idea that Terrell was her cousin. Calypso running with the idea that Terrell was her cousin, and there was no factual basis for that. He's an FN, family nurse practitioner. I'm not denying that. I don't know the difference, but on her page, doctor, it calls her a doctor and LPN. But like I say, she's a nurse, and she's not at the hospital. She's at the clinic there, and she wouldn't. But I'm gonna look at, like I said, let me look at the. I'm not denying that. I don't know the difference, but I knew. Um, let me just pull up the information I have and look at it on her and what it says. Okay, I see where she worked. It just says nurse practitioner. Isabella Rose Butterfield, nurse practitioner. So, um, Dr. Butterfield, they call her Dr. Butterfield, works in Springfield, Illinois, and specialized in nurse practitioner and family medicine. They just filed to get him reinstated as a cop. Yes, I mean, no, they didn't file. He filed a grievance. Would you like to see the grievance? Hold that thought. Let me show you. I can show you the grievance. He filed a grievance. I can show you the autopsy report too. I have that also. But what he did was he filed the grievance. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Is the grievance? Yeah. Here's the grievance. Hold tight. Let's get there. So this is the grievance he's filed. And I'll see if I can blow it up for you all. Man. Go. So this is the grievance he filed on 18th of July. And this is nurse practitioners like a doctor. They can see patients and prescribe medication through run clinics. They run clinics. And right, that's what I said. She works at the clinic, not the hospital. That's what my information says. So she works at the clinic, not the hospital. So anybody running with this idea that she had a run-in with Sonia Massey and she sent her fiance out there to assassinate Sonia Massey, stop it. Stop it. Because from everything I hear, the patients at the clinic on the west side didn't have a problem with her. So now it's her grandmother I have a problem with. I have a whole ass problem with her grandmother, but we'll get to that later. So this is the grievance that Massey filed, meaning that Massey. I can't stand. I called him that, but this is the grievance that Sean Grayson filed in accordance with his right to file for a job, and this is what it said. It says the grievance was terminated without just cause. Further, the employer publicly disseminated details of the investigation and termination on Facebook in violation of the CPA and prior to giving the grievance or his representatives notice of decision to terminate. So he's complaining that he was terminated and that the sheriff's office discussed the details of his termination before they even told him about it. Yeah, fuck him, don't care. East Side. Um, so then it says reinstatement and reimbursement. This is what he's seeking for. This is what he's seeking. This is the remedy sought for his grievance. Reinstatement and reimbursement of all lost wages, restoration of all lost benefits, and any other appropriate relief. That's what he's seeking. East side. Did I say west side? I wasn't really trying to narrow down the clinic. I apologize for that. Wasn't trying to narrow it down because I don't want the clinic doesn't need any trouble. The clinic does not need any trouble. Then this, what I'm about to show you now, is a letter. This is a letter written on his behalf from his first sergeant. This is a recommendation letter written on his behalf when he first got the job. Well, they were first beseeching the sheriff's department to give him his job, and you can. To whom it may concern, Master Sergeant Bennett was Patrick Grayson, and his name is Sean Patrick Grayson, first sergeant during his tenure in Echo Company. During that time, Mr. Grayson was a hard worker who did what was asked of him by leadership. Mr. Grayson always helped his fellow soldiers out doing their tasks. No matter what issues arose, he continued to be a team player. Now, full stop, full disclosure. Listen, aside from Mr. Grayson's DUI, there were no other issues that he had during his tenure in the Army. Did you hear that? No matter what issues besides a DUI. Make it make sense. Besides DUI. If he can join the Navy, I have no doubt that he will be a great asset and work very hard to the best. If there is any way he could get this opportunity, I believe he will benefit greatly and use it well. And later, and what 9 years later, Sonia Massey is dead because he had 6 opportunities at 6 different police stations. Did he write what? Did he write what in Dry Snitch on Himself? This is from his first sergeant. This is a letter of recommendation from his first sergeant. That is a letter of recommendation from his first sergeant. Then we'll look at autopsy, novel autopsy. I've seen the autopsy report, and you saw the downward trajectory of the bullet. So the bullet enters her, and bullet, you can see, let's look at the Ben Crump. Y'all seen the autopsy report. Y'all seen the paperwork of the autopsy when it shows that the bullet entered into her eye and exited back here downward. So the officer was above her. So she was down on the ground on her knees when she was shot. The officer shot her while she was on her knees. And that is the other sad part of this equation. And there's another woman I'm going to drag later who says that the officer shot her because her hands were out of view. I don't know what video they're watching, right? Because you can tell that counter and when she dug down, they were standing up. It wasn't like they were sitting down and she disappeared. They were standing up. If that was the case, you wouldn't have been able to shoot her in that downward motion if she couldn't be seen ducking down behind the counter. Yeah, that would not be the case. Yeah, y'all get on your job. Thank you. Thank you for the tap. Y'all tap. Y'all tap. Consider subscribing to this channel or donating to this Cash App here so we can do the work that we do in the community. Now, that was the case. And like I said, I don't know what video anybody else watched, but actually, if you look at the video, this man was going to go for his gun as soon as he said, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus." Also, stage 3 colon cancer. Oxycodone is one of the drugs for pain management on stage 3 colon cancer. Somebody who already has a propensity for driving under the influence twice, and now they have stage 3 colon cancer, and you're going to let them in the field on those drugs. I'm hearing another live in the background. Y'all hear something else in the background? Testing. Are we getting any feedback in the background that I can't hear? I can't hear any. I think I've cut everything off. All right. All right. There we go. There we go. Okay. Clear here? It's clear? All right. Dun, dun, dun. Now, let's go back here. All right. So that's the information that we're getting on those levels. We're understanding that we are not understanding how this officer was still working in, and if he's working in, just think how many others are also, think of how many others are in that same situation. How many other officers, capture the screen, all right. How many other officers do you think are in that exact situation working in police departments across this country? Yeah, I went and looked up a list of drugs that are associated with stage 3 cancer diagnosis, colon cancer. And I don't understand how somebody under the influence of a powerful painkiller, because if he has stage 3 colon cancer, he's on some painkiller meds. What's the technical difficulties now? I just, like I say, I was just running late tonight, and I decided to talk about, I was going to talk about something else that I had lined up to talk about, but then I got this information, and I wanted to have this program tonight. I can do all the catch up. I can do all the catching up on the political theater tomorrow, we'll catch up on that tomorrow night. Like I say, I was going to talk about what was happening in the live I was in earlier with white dudes for Harris and the money they were raising, and the one I was in earlier, black men, win with black men for Harris. But this came up and I wanted to talk about it because I just want to address misinformation. I think it's imperative that we don't have to make up information. We don't have to make up anything about these cases because they're horrible enough. And when you make up stuff, it just gives people that don't want to believe anyway, it gives them ammunition. And that ammunition is used to lessen the horror or impact of the case by diluting it with the misinformation that I don't understand why you all are listening to or propagating, because it's not even information that makes sense. And I tell people, I don't have to I don't have to videotape retractions when it comes to information I put out. I don't have to do that. Yeah, okay, y'all get to 20,000? Yeah, my moderator wants y'all to get to 20,000. You know, I get suspended so much on my platforms that, hey, a couple of thousand would help. But I don't understand why people run with misinformation that doesn't even make sense. Or some of you all run with information doesn't make sense and have no verifiable source for said information. Somebody had the nerve to ask me to prove it wasn't her cousin. I was like, that's not how this works. That's not how this works. If you make the statement, you must be prepared to prove the statement. And no one is prepared. No one was prepared to prove the statement. And then they start to do retractions, but retraction videos never get the same clicks and views and likes as the misinformation you all spread. Is that a dog running behind me on the screen? Was that a dog? That was a dog, because that's a talking stick. That's a talking stick behind us, y'all. But we have to stop that. We have to start to challenge the information and realize that not everybody that's in this is about spreading factual information. Some people think the more information that they don't care. It's just like with Kamala Harris and all these people talking about she locked up 2,000 black men doing her time as AG for simple marijuana possession. Like, that's not an easy stat to disprove when there were only 1,974 people that got jail time that were arrested for simple marijuana possession doing her time as AG, and she didn't arrest anybody. I don't think, this is what gets me in that case, just a slight pivot. You all knew Kamala Harris was a prosecutor, right? Y'all know what that means. The Attorney General is not the public defender. I just thought I would share that with you all. And San Francisco County is not Alameda County. Yeah, I know some of y'all from small cities, and you don't understand that large cities can encompass multiple counties. Yeah, most people will believe and spread a lie quicker than the truth. I'm confounded by that too, because of the fact I had to realize that my circle was not indicative of social media. I always thought that my circle and when I came to social media in the first place, and I was on social media when I had Facebook, but I started to see, but I really didn't interact with people. But I had a show. I had like 100,000 followers on Facebook until I shut that Facebook page down. Because my family was like, I will kill somebody with my family, and then they would go in. Anyway, I didn't understand until I started doing more social justice and using Facebook as an outlet for it. Because I've been doing social justice, but until I started, and then I started noticing that people would say they were somewhere doing something, and I'm literally right there looking around like, no, you're not. You're not here. You know how many people were talking about on social media that they were in Minnesota during the 2020, or they were at the National Plaza in DC in 2020, And I'm like, yeah, no, you wasn't. Like, I was there. I got the video. You wasn't there. You don't have any tear gas to prove that you were there in your lungs. But a lot of these people, they're who we follow. And they'll say these things, and I'm like, you're performative. You're performative. You don't leave your house. But it always got me that I was watching creators blow up off their performative behavior, but the people that were actually there that were creators, you all didn't listen to them. And I always found that strange. I always found it strange that I could post the video of my actual involvement, but the person that was just talking about their involvement got most of the attention. And Julius Jones, literally there with Conscious and Jolly and other creators, and we were actually there helping the family, invited by the family, sitting in on family meetings, live streaming with the family, and power off, all that. And then we had people, and I'd be like, "You were not there. You're not in any of the videos." Tulsa, same way. You know how many times I've been to Tulsa, to the Black Street and Black Walmart section of Tulsa, of the Greenwood section? I was there when Donald Trump defiled Tulsa, and we rallied. Yeah, I was there, and I'm listening to all these people talk about it, but you're not there. So misinformation is a problem because we tend to lean into people who are not actually doing the work. What's up, Metal? Metal was in Tulsa with me one time. Yeah, because I'm not gonna tell y'all he lived there. He lived outside Tulsa. But we stayed at Airbnb, and Metal came and took us around. He was our ride because y'all know I can't drive. He was our ride. We went to we ate on actually on Black Wall Street, and that's what we did. But a lot of these people were claiming. I was like, yeah, you're not there. You were not there when we were walking down on the 100th anniversary of the Tulsa massacre. But that's who y'all listen to. Make people show you all who it is. It's 10:58. Or thank you, Olivia. What's up, GCPR land? Um, we're about to on GCPR. I have to go. I'm trying to make sure I get out soon. So we'll continue the conversation on my social media. But on about Olivia will tell me when it's 11 o'clock Central Standard Time, 12 o'clock Eastern Time, and I'll be cutting you all off. If you want to follow the after show, come join me on my other social medias and listen in. If you're listening from around the world, hey, you can follow me on social media anywhere. Um, if you can get this show in your country, you can follow me on social media in your country also. Only places we are not broadcasting or restricted. Also, I'm restricted on every other platform, so it won't matter. You won't be able to hear me there. But yeah, you all, please, you all follow me. And like I say, if you are interested in the work we do and helping those who have been homeless, the shelters we help out, the women's issues we have, hey, here's the Cash App. You can go to the Beacon link. There are other ways to donate. Considering if you can only afford $2.99 a month or $5.99 a month, subscribe to this channel, the main TikTok channel. Subscribe to the channel. And I want to reach out to people in their areas and talk about how I could possibly help them do the same things in their areas that we do in our areas. And we are about we're 6,000 short, aren't we, D-Clack? We're 6,000 short. Y'all better get to work. D-Clack is very hostile when he wants to be. Yeah, he's going to build us a tank for the zombie apocalypse. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. And then I'll be talking directly to you all more as soon as I log off of radio. Let me bring this up. Get ready for the log out. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, y'all see it. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Move this over a little. All right. Thank you, GCPR Network. And we're out of there on the GCPR. Catch you tomorrow night with Conversation with TNathan from 10 o'clock Central Standard Time, 11 o'clock Eastern Time, and you adjust it for wherever you are in the world. And we'll be filling you in on more issues that affect us from a social, political standpoint, from an unapologetically Black point of view. All right. Peace on GCPR. All right. Now, back to you all. Move this over here. Yeah, let's get it. Now, we're going to conversate a little. So what do you all think? What are you all running in? Are you all running into a lot of people that are carrying the bag for law enforcement in the face of reality of what's going on? Are you all running into as many of those people as I'm running in? People that are seeing things in a video that don't exist? Yeah. And then I saw this guy, and he made a video talking about Trayvon Martin in 2012. Talks about that 2020 was George Floyd. 2024 was Sonia Massey. And he's like, this is only related to election year. Maybe if the conversation would stop murdering unarmed people all year round, but they act like we don't protest any other time. You know, that's the only time you pay attention to us is during election year. But you just went through and devalued all the people like Atiana Jefferson and Maud Albury, or Mr. Wright, all these other people. I've been surprised that here locally, there hasn't been much victim blaming. I guess because she couldn't, what were you, and I don't understand it now. I never understood victim blaming or people that would, you know, we would know everything about the victim, you know, down to them stealing cookies when they were 5 years old. We would know everything about that. We would know everything about it. And like I said, I have the entire on my YouTube page. You go to my YouTube page, and you can find the entire uh, body cam footage broke down. I mean, and I'm sure everybody has seen it by now. I'm sure everybody has seen it by now because it's the entire body cam footage. It's not just, you know, tight. It's not just part of it. I mean, like I say, this is on my YouTube channel. This is from my on my YouTube channel, and it's the entire body cam footage of the incident. Um, the time, the date, and I don't know what other people are looking at. I really don't know what they're looking at in relationship to this body cam footage. Now, trigger warning: I'm not going to show. I'm gonna try to stop it before I'm gonna skip past the actual shooting. But I just want to talk about the activities outside. And say, if you want to watch this in body cam footage in its entirety, you can go to my YouTube channel. It's been up there ever since it was released, and it's just like I don't know what they're watching. I really don't know, and it's both body cam footage because even though he didn't turn his body cam footage on initially right away, it when he did turn it on, it records 30 seconds before you. It's record. So I guess the body cam footage is always in a state of scene, but it doesn't start recording till you turn it on. But when you turn it on, it captures the last 30 seconds. It starts 30 seconds before you turn it on, which is interesting in and of itself, right? It should be it should be able to be turned off. Yeah, you shouldn't be able to turn your body cam off. That's what I think. Right. Yeah, the charges are not evidence against the defendant, and the defendant is presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt in court. Fuck him. Man, fuck him, the horse he rode in on, and everybody has anything to do with him. Saw a video earlier that he was trying to get out due to medical with his bag, but the judge, yeah, I didn't know that about the cameras. Yeah, I knew they recorded more than what you guess y'all. So this is outside. This is outside. This is outside. You know, they were called investigating the prowler, and they're walking around outside. This is the part. This is the part where TikTok usually restricts my live. TikTok doesn't like it when I do things like this, right? They usually restrict my live. So I'm gonna notice that the live is restricted, and we didn't make it to 20,000 before I started showing this. So if you all could, I don't usually ask, but if you could, make sure you hit the likes. And it's not about getting people here, but the more likes the videos have, the lives have, the less interference we have. So that's the car. They were checking because that was the call. There was supposed to be a prowler, and that's what they were checking. Y'all can't be doing that on the road. Y'all got to get me to Springfield first, and then y'all can stay in the hotel room and do that while I'm walking around the neighborhood by myself. Now, try to think about the audio I played for you all of the dispatch. And I finally figured out what he just did. It's a sliding door with the prop opener. So he was propping the door open on the screen door. Bright ass lights. Now, you haven't heard them announce themselves. I don't do that. I'm a control freak. You know that.
On the back door.
Plus, I like to fight, and I have to have all my facilities to fight.
I love tapping.
I like it. Have y'all heard them announce themselves at all?
Contact list and someone threw a picture of it. You want to try and call her 17 back there and let her know we're out front?
Now, this is the part when you hear on the dispatcher talking about the call. That's when they ask them to call them back. No, I didn't say about easily controlled. I say I like to fight. I can't be impaired fighting in any kind of way. I'm talking about physical control.
You didn't see anybody out walking that way, did you? No, not when I came in. I didn't see anybody that way.
I also put it all in caps. Y'all so sensitive. I got some sensitive friends, y'all. They get sensitive when I say things that they don't even apply to them. Got one sensitive friend.
Is this a Ring doorbell? Yeah, it doesn't work though.
How you know the Ring doorbell doesn't work? How did he know the Ring doorbell doesn't work? It could just be the sound turned off.
Sheriff's Office.
Because the Ring doorbell that Metal Melter installed for me, I turned the ringer off. I just want to be able to look out.
2 houses down. Okay. Oh no, it's right here. Put the drugs up.
Really, Clack? You did? You got to tell me why later.
Go ahead. She was yelling inside. Supposed to hold on. You come in the door or not?
You just announced yourself as Sheriff's Department.
Hurry up.
The lady, she literally called you all because there was a prowler out there. You just announced yourself after beating on this woman's door 5 times. 5 times. It's a prowler. She called you about a prowler. And you all beating on the door and not announcing yourself. And wonder why nobody wants to come to the door. Yeah. Lucky I didn't meet you at the door. You got all these lights going around my house.
The one you called.
I'd have met him at the door with hot water.
How did it hurt you? You called us.
Okay,
So what'd you hear?
somebody keeps outside my house, y'all. Please,
Is this your car over here?
please, God, please, God, please.
Is this your car over here? Oh.
Please, God.
That's not your black car in the driveway?
Mm-mm.
Oh, well, we checked your yard. We walked around the whole block. We didn't see anybody. We don't. We checked the whole area. There's nobody out walking around.
I know, y'all. Please, God, please, God. I'm trying to get help, y'all, but
What do you need help with?
nothing. I just, please, God, please, God, please. I don't know what to do.
Do with
I
what?
think so.
Huh?
What do you need help with?
Nothing. I just wanted to see if y'all could help me.
What do you want help with?
Huh?
What do you want help with?
I heard somebody outside.
Yeah, we checked your house. We checked your backyard. I walked all the way through all these backyards. We checked your front yard.
We didn't see nobody.
Yeah,
So.
nobody's out here.
You didn't see anybody?
Nope.
Nope.
We checked the whole area.
Okay.
What took you so long to answer the door?
Oh, I was
None of your
trying to
damn
get
business.
close, sir. I'm sorry. I was trying to get
I got you. All right.
None of your
Is there
damn
anything else we can do
business.
for you?
Bye.
Is there
You could have
anything
left.
else I can do for you?
No, sir.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
No,
Doing
sir.
all right,
They
mentally?
should have left right there.
Sir?
My medicine and stuff.
All right. Okay.
I love y'all. Thank y'all.
All right. That's not your black car, though. The SUV? Whose is it? You don't know? Someone just parked it in your driveway?
They brought it to my driveway.
And just left it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, we played that already. I played the interview. I played the dismissal interview from Logan County.
David Mary 43556.
He falsified information on a police document. Somehow he still got a job at another police force.
Catch this. See who we spoke to?
Temple.
You shining lights all in the house. This is not a suspect's house. Get out of there.
I got the sheriff department here, but I was calling for help from y'all. They're here in my house right now.
Okay, I'm gonna let you go and you talk to them.
No, hold on. Wait a second, sir.
You can hang up, Codwell. It's good.
For what? You're there with the deputy, correct?
No, hold on, okay?
You can hang
Hold
up.
on for what?
Just 1 second, okay? Okay?
What's up?
I got some paperwork. Can you grab that Bible, please?
Yeah. Hey, I just need your name so we can get out of here. Was there any damage previous to your car?
Previous, yeah, it
Okay,
was.
what was the damage?
A dent, I believe.
What about windows?
Oh, it was
Let's
something that
hold
happened
on.
earlier.
Let's
Okay,
stop.
perfect.
Let's stop.
What is your last name?
Let's stop for a moment. And I just talked about misinformation and subjecture, right? There's enough horror in the case that we can deal with without subjecting anything that is not provable by evidence or is just subjective. It doesn't even make sense to be subjective. Like I said, when we start with why we would be there, and we have to realize that Isabella is not his wife, she is his fiance, and she does not work at the hospital that Sonia Macy went to. Sonia Macy went to the day before. Her and Isabella didn't have any kind of exchange. She does not work at the hospital. She works at a clinic. So the idea that this is a horror in and of itself because it doesn't have a motive. There is no motive here for his actions. She called about a prowler. And there was no way he would have known she would have called about a prowler to make you all's conspiracy theories make any goddamn sense. Listen to just the horror of what it is. This man who has a stage 3 colon cancer, who has been fired or terminated from at least 5 other departments for misconduct involving falsifying reports, has a DUI. His brother committed suicide a year before, and this man should not have been in this position, period, no matter what. He shouldn't have been in this position, period. He was not stalking her because he would have took the, if he wanted to kill her, he could have killed her without going in this house like this with this kind of scrutiny. I need you all to think through these things, right? At the end of the day, this unfolded just the way it unfolded. She said what she said, and he shot her in her home. None of these events, these are not masterminds that can come to these conclusions and set of conclusions based upon no. This woman, he should have never been in her house, no matter what. He had 2 DUI convictions. He had stress-related problems at other offices. He had falsified police reports. His Army record was just glossed over, the bullying and infractions and all this. And he was hired by another sheriff's department. This man was a time bomb waiting to happen, and there are lots of time bombs just like this waiting to happen. It's not because she had an interaction with anybody except Sean Grayson on the night of July the 6th, 2024. That is why she is dead. There's a lot of piece of shits around this. There's the way it was handled when he walked out. They should have taken his gun. They didn't do that. None of that. But see, I need you all to start using Occam's razor in the face of all this because you all will confound and cloud the and I understand. Some of y'all don't even know what deductive reason is, and you think you're Sherlock Holmes. Listen to me. If we analyze what is, you will realize there is no motive for psychopathic behavior. There is no motive for sociopaths being sociopaths. That's just who they are. There's no motive for racists being racist. That's who they are. And we need to stop trying to look for motives where there are none because some of you all can't handle it. Because then you get to these spinning these fantasy tales that have no basis in reality. The reality is that Sonia Macy has lupus. She's in the final stages of kidney disease. She is dying. Her mother said that she was paranoid because she said she was dying. So, in light of all that, enters this sociopath, this borderline personality disorderer named Sean Grayson. And that's what happened. Right. You don't have to read anything into this horror story. The horror is on display. It's on display. That's it. You all want reasoning. And that's the thing that you all are missing because you're going to think it's a reason that Fernando Castile is dead. You think there's a reason that George Floyd is dead. You think there's a reason that Atiana Jefferson was shot from the outside of her house through a window. You think there's a reason for Breonna Taylor. You think there's a reason for Ahmaud Arbery. You think there's a reason for Dante Wright, you think there's a reason for Stephen Combs. You think there's a reason for Trayvon Martin. You all are still looking for reasons, and we're still dying because I'm telling you, there is no reasoning. There is no the general thread in all these are racist white men. Sandra Bland, Michael Brown. We have a list of names, Oscar Grant, and I can't stand that they try to tie Kamala Harris to Oscar Grant. There is no reason. Just start accepting that the only way you're going to protect oh my goodness. We could sit here for the next 2 hours and still not get through the name of unarmed black people that have been killed by the police. Fernando Castile is killed in front of his daughter. And you think there's a reason for it? It has to be a reason for it? There is no reason. Stop saying, coming up with these book story reasons in fiction. You're looking at the reason. His history tells you the reason. He's a sociopath. He's a borderline personality disorder. Everything in his record pointed to that. You're a borderline personality disorder working in a police department. The very thing that they write serial killer books about, every trait that you talk about, they are displaying it. And you all have trying to make this convoluted, well, let me tell you why he did it. No, let me tell you why he did it. He's a sociopath. That's what they are. And until you start realizing that, you can't protect yourself because you're thinking you have to give them a reason to unalive you. You're thinking there has to be a reason why they're murdering us. No. Wake up in the morning and decide, you know what? Today's the day. And you all out here thinking, well, if I act like this and I do this and I act this way, or I don't have a confrontation with some mythical wife that doesn't exist, then I don't have to worry about it. No. The DUI, Parrot, you're so correct. The DUI shows the blatant disregard for human life. And then you'll get to work in a police station and they give you keys to a car and a gun. Make it make sense. They give you keys to the car and a gun. And you have shown you have a blatant disregard for human life when you're behind the wheel in the car. What did Ella Baker teach us? Anybody know who Ella Baker is or what she said? What did Ella Baker say? Because that is the story. So, we want us, we don't need the misinformation. It's not making us safe. We don't need the conjecture. This is what is. This is what is. Everything that unfolded in this room, Tanya Massey was dead the minute they walked in that door. Say it with me now. The minute they walked in that door, Sonia Massey was destined to have a funeral 2 weeks later. No, that's not the Ella Baker quote I was looking for. Because even this is the one I don't agree with. I don't agree with that. That's how I get a lot of these little boys masquerading as men think they out here with no leaders, think they know what they're doing, and they can't find I can't say that here. Yeah, I should have known you wouldn't pick the one about the situation I was talking about because people have a tendency to do that. But anyway, until the deaths of black mothers' sons matters as much as the death of white mothers' sons, justice we cannot rest. We can't rest. And I think on that note, I just got tired of this conversation. Because this is a pack where I don't feel like I am getting it across because people don't. I don't feel like people are listening. I think people are so invested in other things instead of stopping the the, the death. I don't think there are any true revolutionaries around anymore. Um, no, Fred Hampton, the chairman of the board. I look at the way. That's the one thing I do miss. When I was a gangster, still a gangster, but there was one thing about being an organizational member. It was the level of organization we had. Now, I admit it, people didn't like our goals, but we kept our neighborhood safe. And we didn't, people have got this image because of the media and because of stupid ass people of who we were watching The Wire. It's not who we were. We were the ones who put the nets up and took care of the courts and the basketball courts. We were the ones that made sure that when we saw talent in our community, we made sure that talent didn't become a gangster, and we made sure that they got out the community. Um, I don't know. I just feel that every day I'm watching. I'm watching people flounder around with no strategy in the face of thinking they don't need one. I'm just watching. I'm intentionally not looking at the comments right now, but I am watching people that don't know who Shaka Zulu was and understand that you all need leadership, but you don't want to acknowledge that leadership because you have been conditioned to think you don't need leadership, or you conditioned to think that you all know what you know leadership. No matter about the proven track record of the person that is asking you to say, "Hey, this is what we can do. I just need you to do this, this, and this." Yeah. No matter about the proven track record, no matter that, I hear people always talking about, and this is what's so sad to me. When I watch people follow people that are flaming idiots at best, and they follow them. Every word they will hang on to. And I'm like, these are the same people that will march you up Hamburger Hill just to prove that you're following them. I come along and I say, you know what? We're not dying anymore. We're not sacrificing our best and brightest anymore. All I ask you is to listen and understand. That's why I tell people, I'm out of time. I'm out of time. I should have been born in the heights of Kemet society when they listened to their leaders because they understood the leaders have the best interests of the community at heart. No. There's an African proverb from the Ashanti, my people, because I told you my grandmother immigrated here from Ghana. And it said, if you want to build the perfect body, you just have to have the perfect parts. And the perfect parts are entailed by that part doesn't want to be anything more than it is. The perfect body is because the foot is the perfect foot. It doesn't want to be anything else. It wants to be the best foot it can be. And it wants to be connected to the best ankle. And it wants to be connected to the best leg, the best knee. And you build the perfect body because everybody understands their place. That's what we are missing. Because people will hear that and they've been conditioned by Western European thought patterns instead of the thought patterns that came from us when our kings and queens led us to great civilization. That's what you all are missing. That's why we'll find ourselves in combative lives, arguing with ourselves because we want to prove our pseudo intellect to master. We want to prove our pseudo intellect to master. Yep. We want to say, we want you to look at us and say, hey, see, master, I can do this. Y'all entertain racists and bigots and y'all call it tussling instead of understanding that I don't have time to tussle. I have 12 hours a day that is not spent online tussling with racists and bigots, that I want to do what Harriet Tubman did to anybody that crossed her with that pistol. She didn't carry a pistol for no reason. I don't want to tussle with people who talk about compromise. I don't need to tussle with racists to prove I'm intelligent. I need to lead my people. That's what I need to do. I need to lead. I need to lead. I need to teach how we fight oppression, because some of you all don't know, because you never studied the fact that what you all are doing doesn't work. We have 400 years of proof of that. We have 400 years of proof of what doesn't work, and you're all out here doing the same thing. You know what that's called? We have generational trauma. That's called generational insanity. To keep fighting the same fight the same way and expect something different. The bullet and the ballot is one of Malcolm's greatest speeches, and I'm about tired of the ballot. I'm tired of not getting you all to understand who we are. We were not slaves, we were enslaved. We were not slaves, we were enslaved. But you all have made slaves of your mentality. You have made slaves of your mentality. It is not about the physical bonds. If it was just about the physical bonds, we could have broke those a long time ago. But we have allowed our spirit, our emotions, our mentality to be enslaved. Shaka took an army that didn't have any firearms and held off the British because he was a great statistician. I tell you, the civil rights movement was a failure because y'all had no strategy. And I get pushback. But if it was such a success, we wouldn't be fighting the same battles we're fighting now that we were fighting in 1965. We wouldn't be fighting. We are asking people to give us something that we should have been taking. Malcolm's taught us that men don't ask for freedom, liberation. But here we are, hand and foot. Now that's a Baker quote I like. Because it's not that it doesn't, liberation is here. But I'm reminded by a question that Nia Simone was asked. And it rings true now. Because what does liberation look like? That's why we need visionaries. Because some of y'all can't envision liberation because you've never been liberated. That's like asking somebody, what does sugar taste like that has never tasted sugar in their life? What does chocolate taste like? Because you can't envision it. And in the liberation, if you can't envision it, then you think your actions are leading to it. That's why we have leadership. That's why we have visionaries. That's why we have people that tell you that shit ain't gonna work, because it hasn't worked. It hasn't worked. But Nikki Giovanni is off the chain. Her, uh, listening to her and James Baldwin go back and forth about Black love is just off the chain. Yeah, 1972, wasn't it? You know what? That's in. Is that you? I'm gonna play that one night. I got it. I got the whole conversation they have about when she says, why do you laugh in the white man's face but come home and want to give me hell? Why do you laugh in the white man's face but want to come home and give me hell? And I feel that. I feel that. When I get pushback from people that look like me, I was like, but you over there telling that white boy and you have a conversation with him trying to make amends with a racist. But you'll come over here and want to give me the jokes or want to give me everything else. The white boy that racist thinks you like him because you're over there trying to teach him, trying to educate him. You're trying to have conversations with people who want to see you in chains at best. Best. It's like trying to explain color to those born blind. Right. I think that I never got to meet Nikki, but I got to my favorite book that I have signed is I got Maya Angelou to sign my copy of I Know Why the Cage Bird Sing. At best. But I will watch people treat racists better than they treat those who could lead us out of our oppression. I watch people want to rationalize and win over racists more than they're willing to listen to somebody who looks like them. And I am sick of it. I'm telling you, I want to discover virtual bullets. I think if I could had the ability to just prune some of the limbs that are holding us in place, that I could really show us how to get liberation. Because it's not a matter of strength. 57 years old. I put myself up against 10 57-year-old white men any day of the year. At 57. It's not a matter of strength. I have eidetic memory. My mind it evolves every day. It's not the decrease, it's an increase. But through all of that, you're listening to little boys masquerading as men with the newest thing. And the newest thing still doesn't work because it doesn't involve liberation. It was great that she signed your book, T. Yeah, she was amazing. He doesn't know how to quit when I was one of many reasons he's one of my favorite TikTokers. Who doesn't know who to quit? Oh, let me scroll back. I missed something. Don't quit. Your voice is strong. Oh, oh, me. Oh, I am humbled and honored. But let me tell you something, right? The ancestors built me different. The ancestors built me different. The ancestors did not build me. I tell people, I don't lead from the rear. I mean, Don and I were in the military, my chief of security, and he'll tell you, I never asked people to do anything I wasn't fully capable or prepared to do. I got a chief of security. Don is my chief of security, but he know that his job is sometimes to protect people from me. Because yeah, if it's a fight, I'm in it. I'm in it. Because the ancestors didn't build me that way. A lot of the people you all listen to, they're trying to lead you all from the rear. I mean, it's not that you don't have a strategy and people don't know their parts, but I have never seen any of some of the people you all talk about, you all listen to, or y'all follow. I've never seen them trying to lead you all from the front. Those type of men I dealt with for years and do not desire to help. Right. What's up, Gaylands? That's it. I have watched people have whole lives about a subject and that talk about a revolutionary or talk about they'll talk about Fred Hampton and don't know anything about Fred Hampton. I've watched people talk about concepts in revolutionary suicide. I've talked, I've heard people, let me move this because I'm not going to play any more of it because we don't need to see that at nauseam. I've seen people talk about Huey Newton and don't talk about revolutionary suicide. And Pirate, you'll like this one. I hear people talk about Black History Month and don't know who Carter G. Woodson is. Yeah, that one's for you, Pirate. I see two people talk about Dr. King and never read his own autobiography. People that don't even know that the red hot summer of 1919 to 1923 started because of how we came back from World War II and the Harlem Hellcats represented. I like Captain America. I could do this all day. All day. People don't talk about the medical system and how it's racist and it's biased and can't tell you what one thing out of medical apartheid. Yeah, I love you too. I have people that try to have conversations with me and structure sentences, and can you see that? Green eggs and ham. Never finished reading Green Eggs and Ham. They think their idea of a trilogy is C Spot Run. Pick up one I don't own, sir. Pick up one you don't own. Can you see that one? Just as I am, Cicely Tykin. Own. I like challenges. Select letters of Ralph Ellison. The select letters of Ralph Ellison. On. What doesn't kill you makes you, makes you blacker. What doesn't kill you make you blacker. On. From here to equality. I could do this all day. Okay, I have to come here more. We could do this all day. Toni Morris. So of self this reason I love Toni Morris, or anybody knows me. I love Toni Morris. The thing about the source of self-regard is it's a book of essays, right? And if you know essays, writers, great writers, definitely read her essays. That's like Ralph Ellison, right? Oh, one. I got something I can pick up you don't own. Yeah, I got one on you to clack. I got one on you. Don't own you a Bella. You don't own you a Bella. Yeah. All right. You can go. Go back to. I know. I love you too. I know. I'm not gonna let you fall. I'm not gonna let you fall. Yeah. Pull out the secret weapon. Well, we really have I mean, book measuring contest. Nah, we having a Bella contest now. I've graduated from books. I couldn't pull out one on you. Yeah, so I just pull out a Bella, and Bella listened to me the entire time you were gone too. Yeah, it's over now though. I'm back. I've been back longer than I was gone. So yeah, it's over. Yeah, she listened to you. Yeah, she listened to you. She knew I was coming back. She ain't left my side since. She ain't left my side since. Yeah, yeah. But and that's what it's about. When we talk about change, we have to envision what that change looks like. And sometimes you all don't. Sometimes we just envision what sometimes we just envision a world where we're trading places with the oppressor. Sometimes we envision a world where we just want to be accepted by the oppressor. I tell people that was my fault, my problem with the civil rights era. My problem with the civil rights era is that there was no strategy after integration, and integration in and of itself should have not been the only fighting dirty, pulling the better car. I fight dirty. I'm grimy. I told you I was born in the grime. You know that. Yeah, I'm fine. The grime never left me, and I never left it because when they go high, I'm already down there pulling them down lower. They go high. When they go low, we go high. No, when they go low, they look down, and I'm still there pulling on them because that's the only way some people are going to be able to fly if some of us pull our enemies to hell. And hell and I are on good terms. I came to grips with a lot of my demons a long time ago, and they love me and I love them. I don't try to get rid of them. I just repurpose them. I just repurpose them. I don't try to get rid of them. I never understood that. I figure the creator and the ancestors molded me for a reason the way they did. It was up to me to find out the purpose. And once I found out that purpose, I lose every claw, every tooth, and every natural defense and protection they gave me in service to that protection and to that purpose. Everyone. So, yeah. Hey, anybody want to watch? Now let's have our Zion moment because we have to understand what we're fighting for, and it's the right to be joyous. Our joy. Um, I think we need family panel. Our people need to see us tussle and still love each. No, I don't need that. I don't need that. I need to know if you all want to watch Wolverine and Deadpool tonight. Yeah, that's what I need to know. I don't watch it. I went and saw it. I got the bootleg copy. I want to know, do you all want to go on Twitch and watch Wolverine and Deadpool? Y'all want to? All right. 2 days ago, yeah, I saw it Thursday. Saw it Thursday at midnight. I'm not up for family issues. No, I'm talking about relaxation, Don. That's what I'm talking about, relaxation. I want to, but my friend wants to go watch it. Why can't you invite you can't what? Invite your friend over to your house and put it on television. No, you don't have to be a subscriber. I'm gonna do it on Twitch. I'm gonna do movies for subscribers, but I understand everybody can't afford $2.99. And I'm still gonna do. And I asked for donations and subscribe, but I'm gonna do what we do anyway. I got a metal melter. I got a declack. I got Penelope. I got Olivia. I got people that I could do it. I don't know who wants to watch it tonight. Y'all want to watch it tonight, or do you want me to schedule another time? What the majority of what you all want? Y'all want to see it tonight? Tonight? Well, there we go. Everybody got Twitch? Because I could probably get away with showing it on TikTok, but it's too many people reporting. They would come in reporting like, "Oh, get out." You say strong and respect. All right, no problem. All right. Well, let me do this. I'll give you time to download it. I'm gonna get out of here, and you all meet me on Twitch in approximately 10 minutes. At midnight, I'm starting Wolverine and Deadpool at midnight. That's 10 minutes. It's 11 o'clock. It's 11:50 Central Standard Time right now. All right. So I'll give you all a couple of minutes to get to Twitch. I'm gonna go open up Twitch now, and I'll give you all a couple of minutes to pull up, and we can watch Deadpool. I'm never gonna be book envious because I got a whole phone with books on it too. All right. I bet you don't have Nikki Haley's book. I know a book you don't have. Yeah, I bet you don't have Nikki Haley's book. Now, um, I got you. I got him. Oh, and I'm gonna offer proof. Let me offer proof because it's not enough just to say you have something without the proof, right? Yeah, because this is a book measuring contest. This is a book measuring contest. Go to my library. This is my library. This is my library, and dun dun. Now, I bought this book. I bought her book because I like to. I was too busy laughing at her to not buy it.
What Sydney understood, and every adult in that auditorium understood, but I didn't, was that my sister and I didn't fit into either of the categories, which the pageant judged the winners. Either race to get upset, the judges disqualified us. Being happy that I was able to do this song.
Catching up to do on my. Yeah, that's called "Can't Isn't an Option" by Nikki Haley, and she actually does her own reading. All right, y'all want? Okay, I got to end the live. I'm gonna end this live so I can log in to Twitch, get the station going. I've been on Twitch in a couple of weeks, and I hate the main page setup. What did they change the way Twitch was set up? I don't know. I'm never on Twitch unless I'm broadcasting. But I see your comments here. I don't really watch them on Twitch. I watch them here and here. I didn't. So, all right. Me. Let me get Twitch. Let me get Twitchified. Me. And I don't even, like I say, I don't even broadcast from Twitch. I broadcast from live studios to Twitch. And I'm logging in. I'm logging into live studios now. Dun, dun, dun. Then, then I'm going. Yeah, y'all can hang out for a moment until I get Twitch ready. Uh-uh. Dun, dun. Hey. Hey, hey, hey. Goodbye. Go ahead. Sure, we get some age appropriate stuff here. Yeah. Ah, customize your viewing experience. No, I don't need to customize my viewing experience. I need to get to watch now. Now, you do understand, this is the bootleg. This is going to be, these are bootlegs, right? Not while you have more I'm not having technical difficulties. I'm bringing it up on the other system. All right. I got to log off here because I'm on Twitch right now. I have to switch over to the other computer. So I'll see you all over on Twitch in 5 minutes. Anybody need any more time? Anybody need any more time to get on go over Twitch? The unmarked DVD you get. look, I don't want to hear it. I want to hear it. Yeah. All right. So Jolly, is 5 minutes enough? You need more than 5 minutes? I'll open it up at 12 and I'll see how many people are there. All right. I'm opening it up at 12. We'll see how many people are ready and I'll be there. So I'm going to log off here now and then we're going to go get on to Twitch. All right. See you at 12. Peace. Wolverine and Deadpool.